Hey guys, it's 404 and my boy Elite just did a video and I thought it was interesting and I wanted to share it with y'all. So let's go ahead and watch this together.
Good morning, guys. Hope everybody's having a great morning. I thought I was. I got up, which I'm on Eastern time, so I went in there. They start loading at 7, so I went in there at my 6 o'clock. I had the wrong damn pickup number, so they was like, hey, the number we need starts with a 9. I was like, I ain't got one of them, so I'm gonna go back out here and sit until my damn place opens up at 7, which is they're 8, and hey, I'll be back. But luckily this place ain't busy. It's just me and another flatbed here picking up some steel, so it don't look like so far. I got 30 more minutes. So far it don't look like I've gonna lose my place in line because there is no line, right? So first off, I want to give a big old shout out to Joshua Blakeney, or whatever, however you say that, for completely changing Billy's life. Whatever you done to Billy, you kind of broke him. Hey, that's fine. And you kind of broke the whole community. You know what I mean? The 3 people that's in it, right? Now everybody's positive. And hey, I'm thinking about going the same way, man. Maybe, I don't know. But I am probably going to start doing some live streaming on my Reacts channel because that channel is dead as shit and I kind of enjoy streaming, you know what I mean? So maybe, an hour or 2 on the weekends, I can find some time to, go in there and do a little live stream. And because that was fun the other night when I was at home, 2 hours of live streaming, just sitting there, just kind of sipping on a little bit of water, and sipping on other things if it's the weekend. So yeah, it might be a good time. We might start doing that over on the Reacts channel because I ain't got shit else to do over there. Or might do it here. I don't know. But I do want to I don't know. I've been thinking. I was like, Billy's like, hey, I don't want to do drama no more, and all this stuff, and I want to be positive. And I was like, I thought I heard something. It's like, it ain't nothing wrong with that. I thought I heard a damn bird fly by my head. Might be my angels protecting me. But I just want to give a little shout out to Thor for, explaining his entire self, to this community. And I just want to ask, how come you didn't do that earlier? You didn't just buy that car, and it hadn't just been said that, you bought it with OnlyFans money, right? Because I'm not sure, you never did respond to this, which I thought, I just assumed you would since you and Hensley had some history. But before Hensley left, Hensley left again, but before Hensley left the last time, he made a little old short video claiming that you ought to thank him for how many times he's done jacked off to your wife, and thank him for the toys you were able to buy, and then I've heard, it's just been a rumor ever since I've been on here that, your old lady was an OnlyFans model, you know what I mean? Whatever, y'all call them models, artists, whatever. I call them something different, but I ain't gonna, you know, man. Hey, it is what it is. But it ain't something I would do, you know what I mean? But hey, to each their own. But how come people's been saying that ever since you bought the car, and you're just now explaining that? You know what I mean? And I also find it funny that every time somebody on here wants to explain some straight bullshit, they got to put a little bit of fucking whipped cream on the bullshit. It can't just be, hey, you know, it was my girlfriend's dream car. There's got to be a whole fucking sob story about how father passed away and we used to watch fucking 007 together. Dude. Hey, halfway through that fucking video, like, I actually had to wipe a tear. It was so fucking sentimental, you know what I mean? So, hey, it worked. I'm sure nobody else will ever fuck with you, because you not only did you sell a sad ass story, but you sold to the community that you're the fucking most awesomest goddamn guy in the fucking world, right? You just fucking just running through the internet one day out of the goddamn blue and just fucking randomly asked your girl, hey, what's your dream car? It just so happened to be $250,000 fucking car when they're new, and you're like, hold my beer. You know what I mean? Hold my beer. Hey, so that puts you in the level of like the best fucking dude in the world, right? Shit, you make that shit happen, bro. Hey, shit, you got your little motherfucking number 2 pencil and your notepad, and you went to damn running your numbers, which I don't really understand that. I guess I always figured, you know what I mean, like if a motherfucker can buy $100,000 car, he didn't really have to run numbers. And in my opinion, if you gotta run your numbers to see if you can even afford it, you might not can afford it, or shouldn't. You might can afford it, but it might not be a good buy. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if you know, people that are fucking driving those type of cars, you know, just be running their numbers. I don't know. It just, you know, now me, when I went and bought my pickup, you know, I knew what kind of payment I could afford or wanted to afford. I could afford a higher payment than my truck, but I was like, I don't want to put myself in there. I don't want to, like, you know, in case something ever happens, I don't want to, like, be where I can't afford it, you know. So that's really all the numbers I had to run, right? I didn't have to, but, you know, hey, it was half the price of that car, I guess. So I wasn't out there. I didn't have to get no number 2 pencil and a motherfucking and a damn legal pad and my motherfucking calculator with the roll of paper on it and just start and running my numbers. I just knew what I could afford. And then asked the damn bank, you know, hey, what y'all gonna charge me interest on this? They run the numbers for me. Anybody that's ever bought something know that they run the numbers for you. Here's what the motherfucker costs. You jew it down best you can. This is my bottom line. You call the bank and you see, hey, would you give me this fucking money on this car? Yeah, at what percentage? This. You look at your fucking little, you know, you look at your money, you see if you got that kind of, you know, if you can afford that kind of payment, and you buy it. I guess maybe that was the numbers you was talking about running. But you said, oh, well, y'all know how I be running my numbers. Now we don't know how you be running your numbers. Maybe if you can afford a fucking Corvette and an Aston Martin with a lease purchase truck, maybe you need to come on this motherfucker and show somebody how to run some numbers. And I've seen you make videos about people making stupid decisions. I've seen you make videos criticizing people. Surely you didn't think because you were Thor that somebody wasn't going to criticize you, especially with the rumors that's been going around about how maybe you could afford that stuff. But I figured, you know what I mean, like, if you're out here with these special kind of numbers, you know, you're a man that shows every fucking other little thing you got. You know what I mean? You're showing every fucking little toy in the world that you have, but you say, I don't show my numbers. How come? If they're so good where you can have Aston Martins and Vets, and what else was in the drive?
I'll tell you what I'd like to see. I'd like to see the titles, the Corvette and the Aston Martin and the boat. I'd like to see the titles. Show me the title store. That's what I'd like to see.
Or whatever else is in the driveway. I think you could probably make a good channel by saying, hey, this is how I do it. And if you do it my way, hey, you can RVT this motherfucking place. You know how many fucking memberships you can get by selling the idea that with a lease purchase, you can buy fucking Aston Martins? Sounds like a good fucking a good premise for a fucking video channel, you know what I mean? Or a YouTube channel, right? And I also.
Hey, here's another thing I'm kind of scratching my head about, and that is he can buy an Aston Martin, he can buy all these boats and all this stuff, but yet he still lives in an apartment that he rents. Does that make a whole lot of sense to you guys? It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Oh, I've never, been on OnlyFans. I've never had a membership to nothing, but I don't know no whole lot of motherfuckers going on there to look at art. I'm just saying, people go to art galleries to look at art. I don't know not
yeah,
one
I'd say he's got
motherfucker
a hell of a side gig.
that, like, hey, let me get this motherfucker $5.99 subscription over here to this artist I like on OnlyFans. Maybe that's how it started out back 5 or 6 years ago, or 3 or 4, or whenever you put that shit out. Maybe that's how it started. It was an artsy fucking website, and then it turned into just a bunch of whores shaking their ass and selling their artsy coochies. Maybe that's how it started. But see, you didn't have a Aston Martin and a Corvette back then. You do now, though. So you can kind of see how maybe some questions would be raised, right?
Overhaul just made a statement. He said, I'm pretty sure Thor owns his house, Dave. No, matter of fact, he did a video on it. He said he does not own the house. He rents. He doesn't want to have ownership of the house. He doesn't want to have to do all the maintenance and upkeep and all that stuff on the house. But yet he'll do the maintenance and upkeep on these cars. By the way, I heard that just an oil change on the Aston Martin is $10,000 for an oil change. So unless he's getting that done at a shop, then he's doing the oil change himself, right? That's quite a bit of money right there. $10,000 for an oil change.
When you start showing all this fucking high dollar expensive shit, which ended up being 10 years old, and you got a deal on it. Okay, I don't know Aston Martin. I thought that motherfucker was a 2024, you know what I mean? And I know what they go for new. So, hey, my bad for fucking assuming that you had a new Aston Martin and not a 10-year-old one that was worth fucking less than half of its value, you know what I mean? Which is still a nice car. Very nice. And you're a hell of a guy to just ask a random question and make that shit go, man, you're a hell of a guy. Like every fucking woman deserves to have a simp like you in their life. Everybody does. But anyway, I guess that's all I have to say, man. I guess you explained it away, right? You know, hey, that OnlyFans was a long time ago when she was putting art on it because a woman's body is beautiful and it's art. Yeah, that's what a lot of them say. That's how they explain away their, that's how they explain that shit to their morals and their self-conscience. That's artwork. Okay, whatever makes you sleep at night. But at the end of the day, I don't care. You know what I mean? I got a drama channel and I come on here and I criticize people, just like I've seen you criticize people. That a new thing was happening before I got here. And I don't think nobody is above the I can't even talk. I don't think nobody is above the criticism, not even Thor. And but I don't really have no issues with you, dude. Other than that, you said what you said a long time ago, and I did what I did, and then we kind of got on the phone and kind of you apologized. You reached out to somebody and like basically begged them to get me on the phone, so I would quit. You know what I mean? And I think that was another opening eye moment to me that I realized everybody on this fucking platform ain't really the man that they think they claim to be on video. You know what I mean? When every one of these motherfuckers that everybody was afraid of was basically calling my ball sack. And to be honest, it bothered me. It bothered me. I don't claim to be no fucking more man than anybody else, but I ain't never fucking called nobody or asked nobody to get somebody on the fucking phone or gave 2 fucks what somebody said about me. Does that make me a better man than anybody? No. It just makes me not give a fuck. It just makes me not give a shit. And I thought that that's what we all did. I thought I had run into a community full of truckers like me and a whole bunch of guys that just didn't give a fuck. That's what I thought. And it changed my whole mind about, I've never really had a lot of friends, right? I've never really been around a lot of guys. Never really hung out with a bunch of dudes. So I just assumed everybody was like me and my brother that I grew up with. And my dad. My dad's I don't give a fuck type ass dude. My brother, that dude would slap a motherfucker in the face for looking at him funny. He's kind of crazy, but I'm not near as on the level of them, but they've had careers that kind of made them like that, right? So they were, they had careers. I'll just put it like that. Y'all know they had careers that kind of made them like, worse off than me. I just been a truck driver, I just been out here just running these loads, but I did get disappointed, you know what I mean? I got disappointed that I thought Hensley was a TTD motherfucker, and I respected him for that. Then come to find out, dude ain't nothing but a fucking roll over and show me his belly ass motherfucker. I just been disappointed at y'all, really. Some of y'all, I realized y'all wasn't shit right off the bat, so you didn't disappoint me. But some of y'all I had some respect for being men. And I know that, like, some of y'all millennials out here, like, he's always talking about being a man. Yeah, because I think that's what you ought to be. And everybody's definition of a man is different. I'm sure mine's different from everybody else's. And that don't mean you got to be a man like me, right? Which I'm not the best man. I have failed so many times, probably failed 3 times more than y'all have. But you ain't never seen me on a live feed sucking somebody's dick, laughing and playing along with somebody that is doing something that I've made a video about that I'm totally against. And Thor has. Thor's been on here saying that what he believes in and what I believe in and this and this and that. And soon as Narc comes around on the scene and everybody starts fearing Narc, and Thor comes back, guess whose side he's on? He just threw all his fucking friends on the bus just to get on the side of the guy that he didn't want to fuck. He didn't want fucking with him. And so you see a lot of that. If somebody comes on here and they don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck ass dude, and they start making videos about everybody, you'll see these big strong guys around here just fucking jump sides like a motherfucker. They'll jump plumb out of the damn ship that they in and get in another one just so them folks won't fuck with it. Because it was a little bit less dangerous over here being friends with Ike and Billy and all them guys and James Best. It was a little bit less dangerous than it was being, what I'm trying to say is they wasn't really a threat to you, right? So, hey, fuck them, I can handle them. But let me go over here and blow this guy that I can't handle because I don't want him talking shit about me. I've just seen the way you move, dude. You don't really impress me. And then with your video the other day explaining how you got this car, shit, and you've had it forever. That would have been a damn good video to make when you first got the car, wouldn't it? Now, if you'd have made that video when you first got your car, because you don't fucking think that everybody and their goddamn mama was wondering how a motherfucker that leases a truck got an Aston Martin. So you basically just let these dudes think that your old lady bought it with her ass. Ain't nobody's fault but yours. But you wait all this time until there's some shit going around about it, until to make a fucking sad, emotional story about how much a simp you are. But it was a beautiful story. Like, got me thinking. I actually called my girlfriend, asked her, I was like, hey, what's your dream car? And she said, she got a little teared up. I'm actually right now, I'm getting a little teared up thinking about it. She said, I remember me and my grandma, we used to ride around in a 89 Beretta. And I was like, what? I used to want an 89 Beretta back when I was a teenager. She said, yeah. So I've been running my numbers and shit, dude. I found 2 or 3. One of them's kind of a little bad shape and stuff, but it's got all original stuff on it. Now, it's got a little bit more options than the other ones, you know what I mean? They wanting around about $3,500 for it. That's about 60. I almost said about 60% also of what it, was worth when it was new. So I think I'm gonna pull a trigger on it, dude. As soon as the bank opens, I'm gonna call that bank and I'm gonna ask them, hey, I've been running the numbers on this damn dream car my old girl wants. They're gonna ask me how much I need, because I got it like that. I done built credit with my bank, you know what I mean? Just like you have. And I'm gonna see if they'll drop off $3,500 in my account and just let me do the paperwork on the way in, you know what I mean? And and shit. I'm finna tell her, I'm finna call her and say, hey, go by Regions and pick up a check. What? Why? Oh, because I got your dream car, motherfucker. I got your dream car. And I might tell the story on here, that way whenever I'm riding around and it's sporting it, motherfuckers don't think I'm on OnlyFans.
I got your dream car, but yeah, I'll put my name on it. Put my name on your dream car. That way, I can make sure that, you know, things are taken care of, right? My name's going to be on the dream car. I'd like to see the title of that car, Thor. Yeah, because I don't even think your name's on the title of that car. So I'd be interested in seeing that. I think it's BS.
It's slinging my dick. But if I was on OnlyFans, I'd probably just, you know, be doing it for art. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's my video. Appreciate you. Peace.
All right, guys. That was a good video, and I appreciate Elite.
I want to give you this book.
Appreciate Elite for coming in. Make sure I turn this off here. Appreciate you sharing that with us, Elite. And I'd like to see your perspective. One thing about Elite is he's very steadfast in his belief system. And that's one of the things that I like watching Elite is he doesn't change his mind about things. I mean, he's pretty much spot on, straight up, a real guy. So, you know, I may not agree with a lot of things that he agrees with, but you know, that's him and that's me. You know, I mean, I was brought up a little bit differently, but for the most part, he's a straight up dude. So I really enjoyed watching the video. Art Lover, you go back and watch it. I'm going to leave it up. And we're not selling anything today. Art Lover, you might want to buy some art, but I don't have any for sale. So, but anyway, yeah, if you watch Thor, if you watch them like I have over the years, you'll see that he does not own his house. He rents. And I mean, that's just one of the stories he's told. So, yeah. But anyway, we're going to go back to doing some more videos on This Guy Trucks. He's part of the Switch community, and so I really feel like I need to point him in the right direction. He gets a little bit off track at some points. So we'll be doing that. And you guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Y'all take care. And talk later.